So you said this is your first night being on the streets?
Yes. It wasn't scary until, I'm going to say it was about midnight, 1 o'clock. We hear all kinds of cop cars going by, 10 or 12 of them. And then they all come and park like literally a circle around us on that ramp up here in the parking lot that way. You could see all the headlights everywhere. There's a helicopter with a spotlight, and they were looking for somebody that was dangerous or something.
Yeah.
And they said that they have a canine. Everybody stay in your homes. We kind of laughed. We're like, oh, this is a great home.
All right, guys, welcome back. Here with Manny. How you doing, Manny?
I'm okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So you said this is your first night being on the streets?
Yes. I'm 39 and a half, and I've never been on the street before, like physically sleeping on the street. I've been homeless, but I always ended up at a shelter, a friend's house, or Emerge, somewhere.
So how was life growing up?
I was actually pretty spoiled. I'm from the foothills. My dad had a career. My mom never worked a day in her life, and they still live in the same house.
Okay. What kind of work did your dad do?
He worked for IBM for 46 years.
It's a great job.
Yeah. So, and I was spoiled. We had a nice house. They're still there. And then when I moved out at 18, I was told I was never welcome back home. And so throughout the years, I've been bouncing around here and there. But this time, a couple years ago, I got sole custody of the kids because something happened with their father. So I lost my job. I couldn't find a babysitter. My kids had behavioral problems, ADHD, autism, defiance, and I couldn't control them. So my boss had said I could take my kids to work because I work overnight at a care home. All the oldies are sleeping, the kids would be sleeping, but they misbehaved and I couldn't go back. I haven't worked in over 2 years. I got rental assistance while I wasn't working, and I still had the kids. But then a year ago, we got evicted. My first eviction in 20 years.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
I got evicted, and we ended up at a friend's house for 6 weeks, and then bouncing hotel to hotel. We ended up at the Gospel Rescue Mission and got kicked out of there because of their behavior.
Is that the hotel?
The Gospel Rescue Mission is
like the old hotel? Like
it was an old hotel, but it's like a shelter. And they said there wasn't a problem with my kids. I just had bad parenting. But we got kicked out, and they'd asked me, do you have anywhere to go? And I said, no. Why do you think we're here? And I said, okay, well, then your kids are going to a foster home, and you need to find a place for you and your kids to live. They tried calling my family. I said no. That foster system will take care of them. They're fine. So that happened end of February.
Sorry to hear that.
I'm with DCS. They're helping me find housing finally. After 6 months, if you haven't found it yourself, then they step in and they help with a deposit and stuff like that.
Awesome. So they just help with like the initial deposit, and then it's up to you from there. Is that how that goes? Okay.
Yeah. But I've already been on the VSPAT list for Section 8 and whatnot since November last year. And then the case opened February. So August, September, CPS finally did a Section 8 application. Not just Section 8, but low income, HUD housing, Section 8, all of it.
Wow. Is there a way to let them know that you're actually out here now?
They know.
See if they could expedite it. They know.
They know. I talk to them every day. I called them when I checked out, and I was crying. I called CPS crying. It was just like, I don't know what to do.
Taking it back to where you were staying, and then they said you have to get kicked out. What happened there?
Well, I hadn't paid rent, and I had got Pima County housing assistance, eviction prevention. I maxed it out. I can never ask for it again in my life. I got 16 months of rental assistance, almost $65,000. So I can never get that help again. But it was nice to stay where we were living. We were there for 3.5 years. It was a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 1,400 square feet, fireplace. It was a nice apartment. I never planned on moving. but losing the kids and not having a babysitter or daycare or grandma and grandpa to go to. Like, I had zero help whatsoever.
Okay, I got you.
So I lost my job, lost the income, lost the apartment, and then lost the kids.
Got you.
And I was a single mom with never any support system. So I was extremely depressed. I have been my whole life, but I was doing G. I was on G for 4 years, but nobody knew. I worked at the nursing home and I was fine. I passed meds. I did CPR. I couldn't function. I did it purely to stay awake because of the level of depression. I just didn't want to do anything. Like I said,
did you work overnight hours at the? Okay.
Yeah, I did overnights for 8 years.
Okay.
But like I said, I was on G for 4 years, and nobody even. I would go to family events, nobody would know. I'd be at work in front of the owners at the nursing home, nobody would know.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't like the ones. I don't want to be stereotypical, but I'm not like the ones you see on the street. You know, like all up. I did it purely to stay awake and function as a single mom.
I got you. How old's your dog? Such a cutie.
She's.
I just want to see her real quick.
She's 8 years old.
Yeah. She's
Yeah.
so cute.
Her name's Kiki.
Kiki. Hey, Kiki. How you doing, baby? Oh, you're so pretty. You're so pretty, Kiki. It's a good girl.
I got it from a neighbor.
It's a good girl, Kiki.
I was living at the 6th Avenue Suites.
Yeah.
And I got it from a neighbor because he was yelling, "Get the F over here." He was cussing, yelling at her. I'm like, "What's up?" He goes, "I don't want her." And he literally like threw her at me. So I was like, "Okay, I'll keep her."
Yeah.
So I've had her for about 8-9 months. And she's a good dog.
Yeah. She's so cute. You're the ones that get jealous.
Yeah.
So, how was your first night out here?
Cold. We were in the tunnel, but then I guess the cops turned on the water. So we had to run out after like 30 minutes. We had to run out because it was going to flood.
Wow.
I guess TPD isn't for homeless people very much. So when there's too many, it might have been because we started a fire in the tunnel.
Okay.
But
Maybe,
either way, they flooded out to get everybody out.
Wow, I didn't know you do that. Wow.
It was the tunnel.
The one just right on the other side of the bridge?
Like when you go, yeah.
Yeah, on the right.
Yeah. And we came out, we're like, hey, where do we go? So we just came to one of these tables and we had it all. I have a picture I can show you. We had it all covered up. We had all our bags in there, the little doggy bed and blanket on the bottom, a little fire going. It was comfortable for a night. With the fireplace and we had it enclosed, it was comfortable. It didn't get too cold till about 4 or 5 o'clock this morning.
Okay.
Then it was pretty freezing.
This is the fireplace right here?
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't seen that.
We had to block the wind. Like, we had it all set up.
Oh, wow. Wow, I got to see that.
Yeah.
That is cool, actually. Yeah, it blocks the wind.
And all these rocks around the trees, we had holding the cardboard so it wouldn't blow.
Wow.
Yeah, like we had this all. All right, let's see if you can see a picture on my phone.
Yeah. Was it scary?
It wasn't scary until, I'm going to say it was about midnight, 1 o'clock. We hear all kinds of cop cars going by, 10 or 12 of them. And then they all come and park like literally a circle around us on that ramp, up here, over in the parking lot that way. You could see all the headlights everywhere. There's a helicopter with a spotlight. And they were looking for somebody that was, oh my God, what's the word? Not a suspect. It was dangerous or something.
Yeah.
And they said that they have a canine. Everybody stay in your homes. We kind of laughed. We're like, oh, this is a great home. But yeah, they were here scary. For, I'm going to say an hour.
Wow. Did they mess with you guys at all? Yeah,
they made us put the fire out. They came with flashlights, checked both of us. We were like holding on to the dogs because they had a dog.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was about it. We were just wondering who they were looking for, why, like what was going on exactly.
Man.
Let me see. There, there's our little fort.
Oh, that's amazing.
That's your side of it. Okay. And then I'll show you the front, the little...
I don't know if you guys can see that. That is very, what's that word? Ingenuitive? Yeah. That's so cool.
And then the other side, the entranceway. There you go.
Oh, look at the dog. Wow, that's a great photo, actually. That is so cool.
Yeah.
After we're done, would you be able to text these to me so I can put it?
Yeah, I can show them.
Awesome. So what do you have planned the rest of the day?
Well, we're going to try to go to the next tunnel over by... Okay. Just get out of the cold, out of the wind. We're going to try to not light a fire in the tunnel this time.
Is there a lot of like a wind current, like a wind flow down there?
There is, and it goes in, so the smoke kind of goes through the whole thing, so there's smoke coming out all the lines.
Wow.
I think that's why they did the water.
Yeah.
So, but we have enough stuff like the shopping cart and cardboard boxes to block the wind from hitting us at least.
Yeah. And as far as like other family, do you have any other support out there, anything like that, like locally?
Well, my parents know. One brother, he texted me today, hey, what's up? How are you doing? But I haven't talked to him in a week and a half. My other brother, he's helped me pay my phone bill since November last year because he saw the bind I was in, and he offered to help me with something, and I was like, I don't know, because I don't ask for help. And so he said, I'll just pay your phone bill for you. So he's been helping with that, thank God. But this morning he texted me and said, you know, Mom was suggesting you go check out the Gospel Rescue Mission. And I was just like, yeah, one, I'm not allowed back there. Yeah. Two, it would have been nice if you guys just said, Manny, you want to come, you know, for a week or something.
Sure.
But it's...
Sounds like they still care, and they just want you safe out here, you know?
Yeah.
As far as, like, just two more questions. As far as, like, the behavior when you got kicked out last time, what was going on there? Just, like, a lot of foot traffic or out of the gospel?
Oh, no. It was my kids' behavior.
Oh, okay.
Because, like I said, they have ADHD, autism, cognitive rise, defiance disorder. They have everything. My kids are both very special needs. They have IEPs and stuff. Okay. And so you could tell the kids, you know, excuse the language, get the F over here right now. I've told you 20 times. Yeah. Get over here. I'm going to... Yeah. And they'll be like, no. And they'll flip you off and run the other direction. And they find it hilarious. But that going on in the Gospel Rescue Mission, they try to say that I had bad parenting and I didn't know how to control my kids because they needed to literally be attached to my hip within arm's distance at all times. I was like, they're 9 and 5. Both boys, hyper. And you expect them to be attached to my hip, just perfect little, okay, Mom. No. But I was also the only person there with kids.
Okay. I didn't know you could have kids there.
Exactly.
That's so cool.
At
least they...
The other lady, let me see, there was one other one with like a 2-year-old. There's another one with a newborn and maybe a 12-year-old. That was already pretty mellow. But both of mine, it was just... We lasted 4 days there before we got kicked out.
Okay. Maybe now that you don't have the kids, maybe you could get in contact with them and see, hey, how about a second chance?
They told me I'm not allowed back. No. With or without kids, I'm not allowed back there.
Because Are you able to have pets there?
No.
Okay, yeah, I would have to stay with my pet. Like, okay, if you don't want me there, that's fine.
I'm not even flying solo with this. That's my boyfriend, yes, but he's been homeless for some 20 years. He knows. That's another reason I was kind of happy to be with him, because he knew what to do. But I'm actually a live-in caregiver for a friend of mine that I met at the Grand Lux Hotel. I met him almost a year ago. He's 73. He's a disabled veteran. He's in a power chair and everything. We moved in together in April because we both kind of got in a bind. What, Kiki, what?
Oh, she's so cute.
We both got in a bind and didn't have anywhere to go. So, hey, let's go get an apartment together. So we went to the 6th Avenue Suites in a studio. And we just got kicked out of there a week ago for... Let's just say he's a slumlord. He was all over the news back in February.
Who's that?
He owns and
okay.
And he's a well-known slumlord. If you look it up on the news, you'll see it all. And so he was trying to say that we owed him about almost $7,000 in rent when we have all of our receipts, and we actually only owed him 2 months rent. But the reason we hasn't paid is because our room was full of mice. Our room had mice, cockroaches, and bed bugs. And those are uninhabitable living conditions and grounds to not pay rent until they're taken care of. He never did, so we didn't pay. But we got served an eviction and the constable showed up and escorted us off the property. Our stuff is still there. We haven't been able to get it.
Oh. Yeah, well,
it's just one thing after another for me for the past 2 years.
Yeah.
And
well, it's very nice to me. You still seem optimistic.
I try.
Still mentally strong and physically strong. This won't be forever. Something will definitely happen. Last question. Thinking ahead, what's your plan?
Well, CPS put in a housing application, and it's already put in there. I fill out all the paperwork, so now it's just a waiting game to get the voucher. But I guess when CPS and children are involved, the voucher goes a little faster than when you apply just as a single mom by yourself.
Okay.
So, because I've been waiting for a year already. But we just got the application put in Monday. We finally got all the paperwork done.
I got you.
Yeah.
Well, good.
So
good. I hope that goes through fast.
I hope so too.
Yeah. If anybody watching wanted to reach out, do you have like to help you out to support? Do you have like a Cash App or email?
Yeah.
In case if you want to say your Cash App.
My Cash App is $MANNIGUTI, and the little icon is a Mickey Mouse flipping you off.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, definitely keep my card. I want to get some dog food for your dog.
Thank you.
So we can square that away.
Okay.
Last question: if any family or friends, anyone that knows you sees this, you want to say anything? Any messages or anything?
For those who have checked on me, thank you. But I am okay. I'll survive. And for those who helped me with even the littlest thing, thank you too. I love you guys.
All right. Thank you for your story.